review of Dragon Ball Super is a tad bit late simply because the translations have been late, because Toei is playing games, they don't want to give it to us legally, but then they want to fuck with every which way to watch it. Like, I want my Dragon Ball Super, bro. So like, yeah, that's the reason for the lateness of this review. As far as the episode goes, there was definitely more changes from this episode compared to the movie, opposed to last week's episode, which was almost verbatim the movie just slapped onto the anime. We got the full revival of Frieza, and opposed to what he did in the movie where he just blasted a hole and threw Tagoma out of there, he tortured the fuck out of Tagoma in this one. So I'm curious as to why he left Tagoma around, because if I'm correct, I think Tagoma was killed in the vacuum of space. It was just like, fuck Tagoma, he's gone. But in this one, he's like, just stay on the floor forever. So maybe Tagoma's gonna have a bigger part later on, and I'm thinking there's a possibility, because people keep saying about this whole Captain Ginyu thing or whatever, maybe Captain Ginyu will take Tagoma's body or something, and we'll have Tagoma getting up and being Captain Ginyu at some given point. And this is just me, and you know, I normally will be like, Krillin, come on, he's a joke, he dies every 10 seconds, but Krillin looked badass in this episode, honestly. I mean, the way he was talking to 18, he's like, yo, I ain't gonna die anymore, I'm gonna take care of this, you better have my sandwich ready when I get back, bitch. I was like, Krillin, when did you get badass, bro? And it was interesting to see Krillin bring up Majin Buu and him having involvement. He's like, hey, I feel a little bit more safe with Gohan and Majin Buu here, because I can't remember what was the reason why Buu didn't get involved in the fight in the actual movie, and I don't think it was mentioned in this episode unless I missed it for some reason as to where Buu was going to be, because I always thought, oh shit, at least we still have Gohan and Majin Buu, even if Gohan, for whatever reason, because he's become like the Saiyan Yamcha, ultimately we would still have Buu, which Buu would still be, pretty freaking strong. So the fact that he isn't involved in the movie, I'm curious, are they going to actually add him in here, or did they say some reason why he's not going to be in this episode? Again, I might have missed it, I don't know, but ultimately it's like, yeah, we have some pretty cool fighters, even though, again, I mean, if you want to have a threat, you can't just have Gohan and Buu beat him, when at the end of the day, the way Dragon Ball Z has been set up, or Dragon Ball in general, in the later parts, Goku, Vegeta, the big dogs, the big Saiyans are the ones that got to do it. And there was something I noticed with this episode as well, because in the movie, it seems as though they already had Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue for a while. They already had it, they knew how to do it. It was like, okay, when they went to Earth, it was bam, a pinch. But in this episode, it seems as though they're just starting to crack into it. They've obtained some of the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan power when they had that punch that you see the blue energy and whatnot. So I'm curious, have they already off-screen obtained the transformation and we just didn't see it, or we're going to see it in the next couple episodes? But even then, it would still kind of be a contradiction to something that Goku and Vegeta had told Frieza, because in the film and the later on events, they basically say something along the lines of, oh, you got your transformation and ran straight to Earth without, training in it. But seemingly that's what they're about to do. If they haven't already achieved Super Saiyan Blue, they're going to have that transformation within the next episode or two, and then go to Earth and fight Frieza. And it's like, shouldn't even have that mastered beforehand. And in the movie, they actually did. They already knew how to use it, but it seems as though they're about to learn it in the next couple episodes, again, unless they did it off screen between last episode and this episode. It could also be that there's a time discrepancy on Beerus's planet, so maybe it could be a little bit of a difference between the time on Earth and the time on Beerus's planet. Maybe this could have, much more time. It could be like the hyperbolic time chamber or something along the lines of that. And another difference from the movie, seemingly based on what Whis said, Beerus specifically chose Goku and Vegeta to train, so it wasn't even that they needed to beg or do any of this. It was kind of already set in the cards. But in the movie, Beerus didn't even know anything. He was basically like, hey, what the fuck are you two doing here? But in the anime, it's almost as if this was his plan all along. So why would Beerus have this plan unless he wanted some strong fighters for something later on that's going to happen, or he feels is going to happen? And yeah, honestly, with all that being said, this definitely felt like a much better episode than last week. It didn't feel verbatim like the movie and whatnot, and Frieza kind of already arriving really quick. Another thing I guess I will say is the pacing was really fast. I think opposed to the Battle of Gods, where the pacing felt very slow, it seems as though with the Resurrection F, they're making the pacing very fast, because to be honest with you, I thought there was going to be like a bajillion episodes in between Frieza's resurrection, his revival, and then ultimately him arriving on Earth, but he's seemingly already here and ready to take motherfuckers out. Oh, quick mention of Jocko. Some of that shit was funny with Goten and Trunks. I think I actually, to a certain degree, prefer the way he was introduced in the actual anime than in the movie, because in the movie it was like a couple jokes with Dr. Brief that were pretty funny, but the whole thing with Goten and Trunks fucking with him and kind of him talking like he's familiar with Bulma and a lot of different things like that, definitely liked it. It was a nice touch. So Jocko stuff pretty cool, and his introduction to the anime is pretty hype. I mean, honestly, he seems like he's gonna be real fucking funny, and I can't wait. So yeah, good episode, 7 out of 10. Let me know what you thought of it though. What do you think about Frieza's resurrection? What do you think about Tagoma? Is he gonna come back at some given point, or did he completely die right there? Also, what do you think about this whole thing with Buu? Is he gonna be involved? And did you feel like Krillin was kind of badass in this this one. Also, what's up with the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan transformation? Did they already master it off screen? Are they about to master it? Also, do you think that they're gonna have to take out that line about Frieza immediately, running to Earth after achieving that transformation, which in a sense they're about to do the same thing? And your overall thoughts of the episode. Again, sorry for the late review, but the episode's late, can't review it without the actual content. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.